don't think I've ever seen anything quite like this before.
Hey, before we start the video, I'm giving away free stuff. That's right. If you guys subscribe to my channel right now, you get a free subscription to my channel. That is right. If you subscribe right now, within the next couple years, you get a free subscription to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the video. Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of I Killed My PC Just for Fun. And today we are going to be looking at SEUS shaders, both SEUS Renewed and a SEUS PGTI. And both of these shaders are a little bit demanding, so SEUS Renewed I would recommend for anything that has a pretty decent GPU. So the GPU I have is a GTX 680, which is actually a pretty old GPU. And yeah, it does alright with this shader. Not particularly good, but not particularly bad either. But yeah, so in PGTI, as some of you might know, is a ray tracing shader. So it is probably going to do very bad. To be more specific, it's a path tracing shader, so a little bit faster, but it will not do particularly well on anything that doesn't have a 1080 or a 1080 Ti in it. So if you have a good PC, then I would recommend these SEUS PGTI shaders. Note though, they are paid shaders, so you will have to pay Sonic Ether's Patreon to get these shaders. So anyways, let's hop right into it. Now if you want the same effects that I get in this video, resource packs, I have this Vanilla Normals Renewed. Now I changed literally only one texture in this file, which gave me some artifacts that you will see when we start this up. But there's also other PBR textures that I am going to be showing closer to the end of this episode if you do want to see that. And I will also be showing some gameplay. So let's get started right off into it, and we're going to be starting with SEUS Renewed. So the load up time, at least on my PC, is not too bad. It's not the best. I would not switch my shaders if I'm standing somewhere not lit up in the night. But you can see already it looks quite good. We've got these realistic clouds, which I think are just textured textures up there that are scrolling. But you can see that with these textures you have like roughness maps. So some of this grass is like super shiny while other parts of it are rough, and it produces this really nice effect that I really love. And water looks very nice in this shader as well. You have caustics, so I wonder if that works with let's say glowstone. But light will, so if I time set day, or time set noon rather, you'll see there's caustics, which basically means these stripes that you'll see on the bottom of your pool. And also with deeper water, it gets foggier and mistier as it goes on. I can't go very deep because it's a flat world here, obviously, so it's quite not very wide. But anyways, some of the things you might have noticed, these weird artifacts, and I talked about this just a bit ago. So this is screen space reflections, which is not handled the best. So you get these weird glitches or these weird artifacts, and this is basically because it's just reflecting whatever it sees on your screen, which means it's going to be quite messed up. So yeah, with not the best shader, you don't get the best performance. The shadows here, I haven't changed it at all from base settings, so if you have a better PC, these shadows can be up-resed. But another thing you might have seen out of the corner of your eye was how the light reflects off of these blocks. Now I absolutely love how it does this, and this is the result of the texture pack. So just look at that, just look at that. This here has a more just general smoothness, but this here is more pixelated, and I love it. I think also Blackstone bricks also have the same effect to them. You can see it's got a nice pixelated shine on it, and it's absolutely beautiful. And that is just because I have this resource pack on. If I turn it off, then you will see that I do not have those effects anymore, and also I think the reflectivity is also gone from the blocks. So yeah, you see that I do not get those effects anymore, and reflectivity is gone. You might like it better this way, and your performance will be a little bit better, but to me it looks worse, as there's no reflectivity on anything, and you don't get those shiny highlights that you do with the texture pack on, which is why I love it so much. And I'm going to be putting the link to this pack down in the description if you guys want it. If you guys comment down below that you want it, I'll be putting both the shaders, at least the renewed shaders, and the texture pack I am using in here, and you can see it absolutely looks beautiful. Colored shadows. Colored shadows look great. They're very vivid. They look very nice. The only problem with them is because of these colored shadows, or because of the way these colored shadows work, or colored glass, they look very weird. In your hand, they kind of look like concrete blocks, so not the best. And when you place them down, they look normal, but when you drop them, they do not. They look very weird. So anyways, that is very weird. You also have non-full block shadows, so shadows are very realistic, as you can see. There's so much detail to this mod, like even the redstone is reflective, and it's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that is SEUS renewed. I think it looks quite good for pretty high performance actually. So depending on what computer you have, assuming that you are running shaders, that means that you probably have a better PC than I do. Again, I have a GTX 680. Really, if you just have almost any graphics card, you'll have a better graphics card than I do. So yeah, you will be good at getting good frames with this. I'm getting 30 frames, but that's only because I'm on VSync. So if I get anything below 60, it'll drop to 30. But if I turn the max to 60, you'll see I'm getting 60, like around 50, 60. So I am getting a pretty good frame rate. So yeah, pretty high performance for a pretty good looking shader pack. And now let's move on to SEUS PGTI. Boom. Now instantly you will notice this looks a lot better, but my frame rate is absolutely tanking right now. So you still have colored reflections and all of that, but look at how much nicer the reflections look and everything. So if I just time set noon so that we can see a little bit better, the reflections look absolutely phenomenal in this pack. Like, come on. Tell me that you don't want. Tell me that this is how, like, if you could play Minecraft with this, with the same frames and everything, if you could play Minecraft like this all day, I bet you would. I bet you for a fact this is the graphics you would play Minecraft with. If I just entrap myself in a box of all this, it looks absolutely beautiful. If I time set night, it's so amazing. It's just perfect. And glass looks a lot better. I think it has refractive properties. So you see that? Absolutely beautiful. It refracts. There's reflections, like path traced reflections, so it absolutely looks beautiful. And oh my goodness. There's also, you can turn this off, but redstone and lapis are red and blue light sources in this. I'm not sure, but emerald might be like a green light source. Yeah, emerald is a green light source. I wonder if diamond is like a lighter blue resource. The textures are very lightly changed, just to be lighter. Diamond is not a light source, actually, so that's cool, but emerald is. So if I just... There we go. Now we have a nice little color thing, and you can always turn this off if you want them to not glow, which you probably will. But I think it looks very nice. You can see we've got these ray trace things, so on the side of these iron blocks, this just looks absolutely beautiful. You can even see it all the way over there because of how it is ray traced, or at least path traced. So here, if I set up like a wall here, so if I set up a wall, and if I have that all the way over there, normally lights would only go so far. But because of how this works, lights are ray traced, which means light will, or at least path traced, so light will shoot all the way to this wall and illuminate it. Obviously it illuminates it more strongly, but I think it will illuminate from like any distance. So that illuminates it less, but it is still illuminating it. And this just looks absolutely amazing. Of course my frames are almost dead, but that's because this would only be a viable option as a GPU in like 2012 rather. So we time set day again. The water looks beautiful in this. There's more of that blue fade and there's more caustics to it, like higher res caustics. Also, I think shadows are higher res and everything. And I feel like my computer is about to crash right now because I am getting, no joke, 15 FPS right now. But it looks absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I would only recommend this shader for people with beefy computers, but it does look absolutely amazing. You can even see the reflected, there's like a full other room over there because it's reflected. So there's like this room that we are in, and then there's a reflected room back there. Absolutely beautiful. I think mirrors, nope, not quite. This is a beautiful shader pack. I really love it, but yeah, it's very, very harmful to my frames. But now I'm going to be showing you guys gameplay with both of these shader packs. Mind you, gameplay with this one will not be in the highest frame rate, so I will see you guys over there. Hey, so editor me here. I realized I did not remember to record audio for my outro. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys all in the next video. And also, if you really wanted to know, Hydroneer episode 2 is probably going to be coming out tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye!